Hi friends, Liv, and welcome back to my channel. So it is a new month. It is finally February. January has come and gone over the course of what felt like 6 months. But for today's video, I am bringing you my February TBR. So I have 7 books for you here that I'm hoping to get through during the month of February. I am participating in the Frozen Readathon and the Hogwarts Cup Readathon. So I have a few prompts for the Frozen Readathon, which I will start with. And the Hogwarts Cup Readathon doesn't necessarily have any prompts, but it's more each page you read equals a house point, and the house with the most points at the end of the month wins the cup, which I'm really excited for because I've never done a readathon that's just strictly pages and not prompts. So it's really exciting to me. I'm really excited to show you guys the books I have here. I think I've got some good stuff. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. So with the Frozen Readathon, you were required to take a quiz beforehand to tell you which character from Frozen you were, and then it placed you into separate teams based on that. So I am on Team Elsa, my girl, and the first prompt for the challenge is Into the Unknown, which is to read a book where the character goes on a journey. And for this, I am reading Conceal Don't Feel by Jen Kalanita, which is the group book for the readathon. Conceal Don't Feel is the newest in one of the Disney Twisted Tales, where a group of different authors look at the classic Disney fairy tales. However, there's like a major plot point that has been changed, and specifically in this one, this follows the story of Frozen, but what happened if Anna and Elsa never knew each other. I think the Disney Twisted Tales are so fun, and I was so excited when this one came out because I absolutely love Frozen, and getting to read about what had happened if these two sisters had never met just really intrigues me. And I know there's a journey in this one to find the lost princess of Arendelle, and so I'm really excited to see where this takes me. I feel like this is a journey that I need, and I'm so excited to finally get to read this. The next prompt for the readathon is Show Yourself, and it is a book where a character has to pretend to be someone else. And for this, I am reading Ash Princess by Laura Sebastian. Ash Princess follows a girl named Theodosia, who is the princess of a kingdom that has long been overrun. Her family has been killed, although she was the one survivor kept alive by the Kaiser in order to use her as leverage against the village people. In order to keep the village people in line, she's the one who gets punished if they don't want to listen. And after so many years, she has decided that she is tired of this treatment and has wanted to fight back. This sounds so good. I've heard so many good reviews of this book by a few of my friends, and I'm really excited to finally get to read this. This has been like in the back of my mind for like years now. I've seen it at like Barnes & Noble, Romans, so I've admired it, but I've never actually picked it up and like tried to read it, and I feel like this is a perfect excuse for me to do so. And the last prompt for this readathon is Let It Go, and it is a book that involves destiny or fate, and for this I am reading The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. The Song of Achilles follows the tale of Achilles from Greek mythology. I read Madeline Miller's other novel, Circe, last month, and I really enjoyed the take that she has on mythological stories and their characters, so I'm really excited to see what happens here with Achilles. I absolutely love Greek mythology, so I'm really excited to see where this goes, what happens, who else Achilles might meet during his journey that we already know from the different tales. I'm so excited. This is gonna be great. And that concludes the prompts for the readathon. So now I wanted to kind of chat about the other books I intend on reading this month. So the next one I have here is Return to the Isle of the Lost by Melissa De La Cruz, which is book 2 in the Descendants series. The Disney Descendants series follows 20 years after all of the events from Disney fairy tales have happened, where the villains have all been banished to this Isle of the Lost, and the other kingdoms are just kind of unified as one under rule of Queen Belle and King Beast. And it follows the children of Disney villains Maleficent, Evil Queen, Cruella de Vil, and Jafar as they are given a chance to live not on the Isle with their parents where they've grown up and learned all the ways to be evil, but instead over in the Kingdom of Auradon where all is taught to be good. This book in particular follows the events of the first Descendants movie from Disney Channel, and I absolutely love these movies. I think they're so fun. The music and choreography is so good. Kenny Ortega did it, and he also did the High School Musical movies, so choreography is amazing. Music is so good. I'm so sorry it's so windy outside and you can probably hear it. I really enjoyed the first book in this series, so I'm really excited to finally get to read the second one and see what happened between the events of the first and second movies. I have so much fun with these movies, and I really love the first book, so I know that this is going to be such a blast for me to read and something that I can probably get through fairly quickly. Next up on this list is a book that I have wanted to read for a very, very long time, and I'm finally getting around to doing so, and it is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book in the Mistborn trilogy called The Final Empire, where this land has kind of been ruled by this evil force for 1,000 years, and it is this plot between a group of characters to bring him down. I've never read a Brandon Sanderson book before, but I know he's such like a beloved author in the booktube community, and I know a lot of people love him, so I'm really excited to get to know what the hype is all about. This is definitely something that I have admired from afar for so long, but I was so scared to get into it because I'm scared that I am not going to enjoy it as much as other people do, and I'm scared it's gonna fall flat for me, be a disappointment, because I have such high expectations with this book. But I have faith that I'm really going to like it, because I feel like Brandon Sanderson's name has such a good reputation, and there's probably a reason for that. So this is definitely one that I'm finally giving a try, and it's time. It's time. I've admired this for way too long, and it is finally time. Next off on my list is City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare, which is the 5th book in the Mortal Instruments series following the Shadowhunters in New York. I am such a big fan of the Shadowhunter series. Now that I am finally getting around to finishing the Mortal Instruments, I've never read these books all the way through, and I've got two left. I really like the direction that the books are heading in. I think like the action is really starting to pick up following what had happened at the end of book 3, City of Glass, and we're kind of getting more hints of things that happened in the Infernal Devices series, which is my favorite series by her, and that makes me so happy to like see like references to the people that I know and love from that other series. And so this is one that I'm really enjoying my time with. And last but certainly not least is Magnus Chase on the Gods of Asgard, the Hammer of Thor by Rick Riordan. Magnus Chase on the Gods of Asgard follows Magnus, who is the cousin of Annabeth from the Percy Jackson series, and Magnus is a homeless teen living on the streets of Boston until his 16th birthday, when he dies and goes to Valhalla. Upon arriving in this Norse afterlife, Magnus discovers that he is the son of a Norse god, and he has to follow this quest in order to prevent doomsday. I absolutely love this series. I love the first book, The Sword of Summer. I think it's so funny. I love Magnus as a narrator and a main character. I think he's great. I think we're introduced to a great new cast of characters in these books, ones that I absolutely love reading about. I love their dynamics, their relationships. So I'm really excited to move further in this series and see where it takes us. Alright, and there you have it, guys. Those are the 7 books that I'm hoping to get through during the month of February. It is a shorter month than normal, but I think I can do it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe down below. And if you haven't already, please be sure to click that bell icon to be notified every time I post a new video, because I do upload every Monday and every Thursday on this channel. In the comments down below, please be sure to let me know what book you are most excited to be reading this month of February. I really want to know. I need to get some good recommendations, maybe chat about some of the books that I've already read or plan on reading. So yes, please let me know down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.